Hey, Shalom, Kol Hala, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rachadash, the ones that apostles of great millstone. Shalom to you, brothers and highways and byways, doing the works of sealing faithfully and continually fighting that good fight of faith, Lord willing. We have found that number to be delivered. All right. So I believe I'm going to title this something along the lines of "This truth is a tough pill to swallow." All right. This truth is a tough pill to swallow. All right, and I say that because, when we're out on the highways and byways where we talk primarily about the nation of Edom, going into slavery and then ultimately being destroyed. All right, and when we teach these things and speak these things, all these other heathens, these heathenistic nations, look at themselves and says, well, I'm not white, so I must be all right. Because once again, primarily the message is to Esau in his generation of how they're going to be destroyed. Well, newsflash, to you heathens, you're going down right along with them, man. You're going down right along with Esau. And this is what the Lord sees fit. And this is why this truth is a tough pill to swallow. Because we'll tell you people that you're going to be subjected to, the Israelites, you're going to be in slavery, and you people don't want to receive it or believe it. Okay? And it doesn't really matter to the servants or the prophets of the Lord, because the Lord's going to make good on his word anyway, whether it be now or later. Just take Nineveh, for example. All right? When Jonah was prophesying about the fall of Nineveh, it didn't happen right away. But did Nineveh ultimately get destroyed? Yes. Yes, it did. All right? So this truth is a tough pill to swallow. Let me go over here. Hebrews 4:12 says, "For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder the soul and spirit, and of the joints and the marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart." Okay? That's the word of the Lord. This is the word of the Lord. Sharp, powerful, quick. It's alive. It's living. These are all characteristics of something that's alive, man. But because you are on the outside of the sanctuary, because you are not Israelites, because you are not in the lot of the hopeful elect, you're not going to receive it or understand it or even believe it. You see? Though it's being said to the masses throughout the four corners of the earth, you people are still going to have a hard time believing and understanding the things that we teach. And then when you finally get an inkling of, wow, maybe there's something going on, they have a little something to them. Then when you finally get that little notion that, wow, this is they're on to something. You go into defense mode, you go into denial mode, and therefore we got to be false prophets, or we're twisting the scriptures. Why can't you people just accept what's being said? You're always looking for a way out. You're always looking for a means to discredit. All right? From there, Isaiah 34. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken." Okay? Again, when we speak on the highways, we primarily speak about Esau, Edom. All right? But at the same time, we're letting you know as nations on the face of the earth, the Lord is dealing with nations. All right? So what you fail to realize is that the Lord has no respecter of persons. You know, everybody expects the Lord just to be so loving and gracious and kind and can never do any evil. You know, and, you know, an example would be something along the lines of, you know, let's say you work at a Fortune 500 company. You've been there for like 15, 20 years, and everybody knows you as this nice guy, you know, quiet, humble, you know, do anything for you kind of guy. You know, you ask him to stay late, you got no problem with that. That's you. That's you, right? But let you go home and somebody, you know, smacks your 7-year-old child in the face. Your child says, "Oh, but you know, the 18-year-old kid did it." You're gonna come home, get that news, and the first thing you're gonna do is get out there and see if you can find this little 17-year-old kid. And then when you find him, you smash him, right? And your people at your job are gonna say, "Whoa, wait a minute, whoa, what happened? He did that? I can't believe it. He's such a nice guy. He would never do anything like that. I can't believe it." You see? Now, just look at that in terms of the Heavenly Father. You people have put this persona on him as if he can't do nothing like that. He wouldn't do nothing like that. Well, if we have the capability and the tendencies to do something like that, why wouldn't the Heavenly Father himself do it? Have that way. You see? So this isn't being, you know, this isn't a thing that's being taught by the precepts of men. The Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai has enlightened our teachers, elders, and apostles, all right, who then went out there in the highways and byways and started ringing and blowing the trumpet. And there was a mass awakening. That's not coincidental, man. And then you got guys like, you know, Vocab Malone, you know, and things he believes in. But he's slowly but surely seeing how massive this thing is becoming. It's becoming a very massive thing. And the men of Great Millstone, you know, whom the Lord has set up, we're not bound by getting on planes and going trying to show all these people the way. It's the Spirit of the Lord that's going out and doing that. And this is what makes it so much more beautiful and more exciting to know that the Lord is putting his Spirit out there and people are receiving the Spirit of the Lord. As opposed to, you know, we just jumping on planes and driving all over the country, putting videos up and trying to, you know, convince people to join. Doesn't work that way. If the Lord has selected you to be a servant, then you're going to be a servant. If he selected you to be a help to the servants and the prophets, then you're going to be a help, man. And if he selected you, you know, because you truly just believe on him, then he's going to select you. Right? But Isaiah 34 again. Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all that is there in the world, and all the things that come of it. All right? So don't think for 1 minute the message that we speak and we teach is only pertaining to the so-called white man. All right? You people have done an astronomical amount of damage and treachery, okay, to the nation of Israel. Let me see. Let's go here. What we got here? This is Psalms 83. And I'm gonna start at 4. It says, and they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, and that the name of Israel may no more be in remembrance. Right. So you nations, you heathens who are out there, who profess yourselves to be safe because you're not, white, or you're not an Edomite, you're still gonna get it. You're still gonna catch hell. Because you were part of that crafty council. You were the ones that were able to reap the benefits from the slavery and the trade and in the torture that was done unto the children of Israel. Okay? So you're going to receive your constellation. You're going to receive what's your due punishment. There's no way around it. So whenever you hear us talking about the destruction of Esau, Edom, and the slavery and the chains, put yourself right in that category. Okay? 5, verse 5, and it says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Okay? So you heathens, man. You're just as bad. You're just as guilty. All right? You're just as responsible. So don't walk around thinking that, you can't be touched, or you ain't a part of the destruction or the downfall of this kingdom. And it says, the tabernacles of, and it's going to name some names right here. All right? And once again, it's just to name a few, but it's letting you know that the ways of you heathen are just as despicable as the ways of Esau. When it says, the tabernacles of Edom, and of the Ishmaelites, and of Moab, and of the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have all holpen of the children of Lot, Salah. Right? So there's going to be judgment amongst all you nations. Come ye nations to hear and hearken. What's the hearken all about? Listen to what the judgment is going to come down for upon you. No excuses, man. No excuses. You're going down, that's it. You're gonna drink that punishment, drink them dregs of the cup. All right? Until the Lord has destroyed thee. And another thing too, why this truth is a tough pill to swallow. You got men who may have been a part of the ministry, if you will, and then when they find out that their mother who was an Edomite, then they find out that their mother is an Edomite, and now the doctrine has to change. Now the doctrine's all wrong because they can't accept the fact that their mother is the seed of the wicked and she's going into slavery. They can't accept that because that's your mother. We get it. We understand. We get it. That's your mother. But it's not our word that must be fulfilled. It's the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that's going to be fulfilled. All right. So we know, and we know for a fact that there have been men who have come into the fold, and once they realized and understood the dynamics of the wicked and who they are and what their judgment was, a lot of these men packed up shop and hauled ass. And to think that in order to receive it, the Lord got to put a heavy spirit on you. All right, there's two scenarios. One scenario is knowing that if you have wickedness in your family, they're gonna be destroyed because of their wickedness, right? However, on that flip side is if you have wickedness in the family, and that wickedness happens to be your mother of that wicked seed, you know, she gonna be destroyed. So there's two different facets of how one can be destroyed. But even knowing that, you know, your mother or your from either position could be destroyed, it's worse because now that you know that your mother is a heathen or of the seed of the wicked. And I'm sure there are brothers in Great Millstone who have the situation, but the Lord put a heavy spirit on them to accept it and understand it and keep pushing on. As it is written, it's not of the father, you know, it's the lineage of it's not of the mother, it's the lineage of the father. You know, it's written that you find out who they are by the pedigree of their fathers. So if you brothers are out there and you are within Great Millstone and just anywhere, and your mother happens to be an Edomite, you just accept the fact that, you know, the Lord's going to do away with her, man. But it's a blessing that you came through the line of Israel to have been a partaker of the truth and be enlightened of the word and of the Lord's will. That shouldn't be traded for anything, man. There should be no compromise. Oh, I found out the truth. My mother's probably an Edomite, but you know, I want to try to bargain with the Lord. No. There's no bargaining chip here. All right, but again, this is why it's a tough pill to swallow. You know, when you come into this thing, just be ready. Be ready to hear any and everything. Right? But I'm not going to get too long-winded on this quick subject. Lord willing, you know, you were edified. And again, this word is a tough pill to swallow. All right? Because what you've been taught by men in the world and what you now perceive as, you know, the Bible just being a loving and all-inclusive book. Now the Hebrews who are going out on the highways and byways are now truly breaking it down so you can truly understand what's going on. And all praises be and due to the Yahweh Shai for making these things possible, for giving us the ability and trusting in us to handle the word of the Lord. All right? So with that, I'm going to say shalom.